everybody. I'm going to get started soon.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm starting to see familiar faces now.
Nice. All right. I posted a little something in the chat and I pinned it for the next people who join. But yes, welcome to our Listadum office hour. Today we are going to review listings, and so we need you guys to post the links to your listings, and we'll look at them and give them a look and share our opinion and recommendation on what could be done to improve them. This can only work if you share listings with us, so please send your links.
Mhm. I think we have to also talk about that article, like for 5 minutes, maybe.
Go for it.
I'll do it in the end, maybe. Right?
Do
Should we wait for 2 more minutes or should we start? Sean, yes.
Hey, Sean, you have your hand
Hand
raised.
raised.
You can definitely unmute and speak. If you have anything you want to share or ask, do not hesitate.
I love silence. All right, so let's see. We have the first one. A plant shop. Wow.
Very nice. Something different. It's literally written, grow something different, and I love this.
All right, so I think I want to do this time kind of first with like concerns and questions instead of us just jumping in. So, Gulam,
Hey, hi.
hi. I would love to know, first of all, like, what are your current struggles or questions that you have or you want addressed? We will definitely review your, usually it's a listing review, but you share your shop. But
I will pick
Okay.
a listing. Like, I'm not
yeah,
going
Okay,
we'll
to-
pick
sorry,
up a
my bad.
listing.
No
No,
worries.
it's okay. It's okay.
But if there is a listing in particular you are interested, like, please.
Yeah,
let us
actually,
know.
we are an agency in the UK, and we do Shopify website building and all other things related to Shopify. This is one of my clients who would love to optimize his easy, and he provided this link to me and added me via your platform, so that we can do some optimization for this store. So, and
Okay.
I'm not really good, or I'm really new to Etsy listings, because I saw Etsy products and other things, but the problem is I never worked on Etsy or with any listings or anything. So that's why I joined the call, so that
Okay.
I could understand and know more about this, so that we can optimize this. This is kind of friend. So
Okay.
that's it.
And you are the VA for this shop.
I am the admin via your platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're not the shop owner, right? The shop owner is someone else.
Yeah. My friend is the shop owner, but I'm not the shop owner. Yeah.
Okay. And the shop you said is listed in United States, right? It's a US shop.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
It's
cool.
US shop.
The plant shop are so big on Etsy right now. Honestly, it is amazing to me. There was one
Yeah.
Korean
Actually,
shop, I
whatever we
guess.
are sorry,
Yeah.
sorry to cut off. Actually, whatever we are looking at, is everything is done by the owner. He never did any kind of optimization or anything from any professionals or anyone. So as we are doing pretty good on Shopify for him, so
Mm.
he want us to look at it and we should let him know that if we can really help him or not. That's why I joined the call.
Okay,
Mhm.
Cyril, do you want to pick some?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's a nice shop. Clearly, it's selling something that is in demand on Etsy. Like there are 10 shops are doing really well. It's a tough business to be in because you have to handle shipping internationally and things like this. But if you are in this kind of business, Etsy can be a nice platform for it. Like we are seeing a lot of plant shops doing really, really well. What's really nice about this one, it has pretty clean aesthetics, and there's no reason it will not work on Etsy. It only has 7 listings, so a proof that you don't need too many listings to do really well on Etsy. And we can see from the extension here that they've been listed like some years ago, like 4 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. Like there is no new listings here, so these are all listings that already have momentum going for them. It would be a different story if it was like a new listing, but these ones probably like they already have tons of views, tons of favorites, so it's kind of helping. At a glance, maybe we can talk a little bit about thumbnails, and especially like it shows the tree in a pot, which is really good. It gives us an idea, and it has some fruit, so like it gives an idea of the side and all. The image is very clean. The only thing that comes to mind here is contrast, like yellow on yellow, like it's hard to see on this one. The lemons are not popping. That's the only thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
But
I think
other than that,
the sales
like it's
are open. I don't know if you see that, the
yes.
shop. Okay.
What's selling? The orange trees. Well,
I mean, the shop is from Florida, so Florida is very big on oranges. All right,
yeah.
so
So
let's look
this
at it.
tree seems to be the one that sells the most. But like, see, if I were to compare these two listings, this one you clearly see the fruits. This one you have to like kind of like they are a little harder to see. There's a lot less contrast, especially on this background that is yellow on yellow. So like it's something that comes to mind immediately is that it's maybe missing a little bit of contrast on this one. If we look at a listing this listing that is then probably doing really well, it's an Etsy pick. Okay, let's have a look to this. I'm looking at it. So here's what we're going to look at. We're going to start by SEO wise, what's going on, and then we're going to look at the photos. SEO wise, the extension tells us that there are some things that Listadum detects that can be improved. It's mostly going to come from the tags. Keywords here are only single word keywords, or not only, but mostly keywords that only have like one word, which is like a big waste of space. Like Etsy does not recommend only using one word in the keywords. You could actually combine them, which will leave space for more tags. And in these tags, you will have more words that will give like and help you create more combinations. The titles themselves are very short, which is not a problem. Like Etsy does not want long titles that are keyword stuff. It's not a problem. It clearly says what it is. maybe, and I don't know if it comes with the pot or not, like if it's a potted plant, maybe you should say it, but otherwise it has like the keywords. So like these keywords are appearing at the beginning of the title. So like it's really good. Like if this is what people are looking for, it needs to be front loaded in the title. The title could be a little longer, but it's probably not a huge problem.
I mean, it is not, because this listing has sales velocity going
Yes.
for it, but like it would not hurt to actually improve the single word tags and actually add like, because they are not at all using the Etsy's giftability part. Like, people can gift plants also or something. I don't know.
Yes. Well, there's it's a good question actually. Like, who is buying plants on Etsy? Is it something that you buy for yourself? Is it something that you buy as a gift? I would say this is definitely something I would experiment with, which is create the same listing, like duplicate it, and try to position it as something giftable, something that you can give to somebody with a different title, maybe different set of photos or different thumbnail to make it feel like more of a gift. It's an easy way to reposition an existing listing that is doing well and maybe address more, like a bigger market. It's something worth experimenting with. Okay, so probably like the main problem from the SEO score come from the fact that there is a lot of like one word keyword and that the title is a little short. But other than that, there is more than 5 photos. We have a video. I'm sure like it looks like the description will have like a lot of the keywords in there. So like it's
I
not
would
going to
format
be,
the description better, because it's kind of too much to read for the 4 seconds that your buyer has.
yeah. Let's remember that nobody reads the description. Let's look at where the description is again. So we have like this entire page here, and like right under there is this tiny 3 lines of description. Description is not really a big concern in my opinion. Like it's important. Like Google wants to know what your listing is about, and so does Etsy. These are search engines, and they need to know what it is. This is why you need to put your keywords in there. But like for the buyers, you just need to make sure it contains the information that people want to know. So like, we do not ship there.
Yeah, I would also just put this California text, all this information in a listing image, because it is kind of sad if somebody doesn't read that and then they click on it and then, they get an
Let's
order
maybe have a
from
look to the
California.
images then. So there is a video. The video shows what it could look like when you receive it. Like there was like a notion of packaging and the fact that the box was going to be in a certain way. I think this is really, really smart to do it this way. It gives an idea to people. This is a question that people may have. How is the plant going to come? I once ordered plants on Amazon and they arrived completely destroyed. I was very sad. So like knowing something about packaging is a very smart move, and showing it in the video like this is a good idea. Then we have like other photos. These are like photos that are more on the infographic side. This is pretty well done. There is only so many photos of a tree that you can take, the different angles, and so it's really recommended to like actually answers people questions with infographic photos. In this case, we are talking about, we are answering question: is it an indoor or outdoor plant? And it's shown in both settings, outdoors, indoors. So it gives information about temperatures. We have annotated images. This is great. Like I have no doubt that this listing is selling. It's actually answering questions people may have before they have them. I saw this video. I'm like, oh, it's going to ship in this type of box. Perfect. This is going to be safe. And oh, is it an indoor or outdoor plant? It's already answered there. What's included in there? A growing part, so it's not the part, etc. You can see that it is the plant. There is more information on each slide. Yeah, you were saying that this information should be in an image. It
Yeah,
is in
the
an image.
listing I checked didn't have that. Sorry.
Okay. So maybe other listings may benefit from having this. That's and maybe that's why this particular listing is selling so much, is because it's answering more of the questions. And then some more photos with like the flower phase of the plant instead of just the fruit phase. Some photo of somebody working with the plant. I don't know if it's actually the owner or not, or somebody who works on the actual plant, or if it's a stock photo. But assuming that this is the person that works on the plant, it's great because it creates kind of a connection with the seller and the person that are growing the plant. People don't want to buy something generic on Etsy. They want to connect with the seller and feels like they are buying from humans. So this photo actually does a good job for this.
I feel
Another
like
photo showing
you picked the
packaging.
star listing.
I
You
picked
picked
the
the
star
star.
listing.
Yeah.
This is a good shop. This
People
is a
should
good
not touch
shop
their
with a
star
bestseller
listing. I
listings.
know, but there are other listings which has maybe like issues.
Yeah,
Also, I think my small feedback here is that uh, there is like the about me section is kind of pretty weak. They are not really telling who they are, like as people. They are showing the same video they use. They are showing it in the about me, which is like not helping the buyers to know who actually the company is. Um, and like these things are starting to matter more and more on Etsy, that you tell people who you are and why they should buy from you. So they definitely have a lot of like reviews and stuff, so they can add that social proof. They can add something like about me. um, Most of the other questions they have answered, and this listing is great, Cyril. There are other listings where the images are slightly blurry.
yeah.
So I
It's okay.
mean,
Like
yeah,
to
it's
take this
okay.
example of this listing, like this is a shop that already has momentum going for them, so that's great. When you have momentum going for you, you did a few mistakes are passing. Like it's okay to not have anything perfect, because the listing already demonstrated that there is interest and that it's able to convert. So Etsy is going to continue and put it on page one. You're going to get the views, and as long as you convert them, it's great. There are a few more things that we would have here that could help sweeten the deal a little bit. We mentioned social proof. Like this shop has been there for a while. One, it has a lot of 5-star reviews, and they are probably so some of these reviews here that mention things that people may be interested in. So like having one additional slide here for social proof, something that shows that you have a lot of 5-star reviews, and maybe highlighting 1 or 2 reviews saying things about the fact that the tree arrives with fruits on it on one thing, and the other one that there's certainly a review in there that is going to say that the tree arrives secure in a nice box. Things that are confirming claims that you've been making, but coming from your customers. The social proof here is going to really help. And then the next thing is really again, like this tag selection here. It's great. I will not change everything at once, or I will make a copy of this listing to experiment a little bit, because when you have a bestseller in your hand like this, you don't want to change it too much. You want to make sure you are doing that wisely. So don't go in there and change every one of the tags and remove everything that could actually bring people there. Maybe make a copy of the listing and do experiments on there to see if that makes a difference. But the one thing that comes to mind is like all these
Yeah.
one word tags could be combined, make more space for more words, and find more words that are relevant so that you reach more people in more searches.
Also, like citrus, key lime can be combined into one. Lemon tree, fruit tree can be lemon fruit tree. Gardening, I don't know. And also explore the giftability part. I don't know. Like, I'm sure people love to gift these kind of things to their friends who are plant lovers and everything.
Yeah.
And even though this shop is 7 years old and plant is a pretty difficult market to get in, there are people on Etsy who are always on a lookout on what to sell next, and the shop is doing great. So I mean, I feel like this is one advice I was given, that because they are doing great, you should optimize to sell it more and more. as much as possible. So if there are no ads running, do run ads, and like do everything possible, because like listings life kind of declines after some time. So
They get momentum, they get momentum. But one thing that I want to repeat for all the viewers and people that may have questions here is like this type of images is what makes the difference between a good listing and a great listing. Like if it works on other platforms like Amazon and other places, there is probably a reason why every seller is doing that over there. It's because it helps convey professionalism, it makes people at ease with their purchase, and it answers people questions. That's the most important thing. It answers people questions before they have them, or before they have to go and dig into the description to see if it's written somewhere. Like if they're wondering about anything about, is it indoor, outdoor, how is it coming in the mail, are there like special care, what is coming in the box, like all this is answered in this thing, and a little infographic, like it goes a long way. And so these ones are really well done,
very clean,
it's
very
very clean.
sharp.
It doesn't need to be like, I will say that like if you could get like 70 or 80% of the way, you would already have much better listing than just snapping pictures from your phone and posting that. That's just like a little bit of additional information, a little bit of infographics like this really helps. All right, I hope this was useful. We can maybe go and talk about another of these list shops, and this one is coming from Sam, who shared his shop, Velarux.
Yes. Yes,
And if there is like a listing in particular that you are interested in reviewing, we'd love to hear that.
hello.
Sam, hello.
Yeah, hello.
What?
Yeah, it's 3 months my shop is right now.
Yes.
Honestly, 312 sales of being a rug company in 3 months, that's already good. Because we have seen so many shops. So
Yes.
is there a listing you want us to look at? Or still do you want to pick something?
If you're not telling us
anything.
about a particular listing, I'm going to pick one at random, which can be fine.
This one, the frog one is there. One for the upper one, just above the tiger. You can see there's a frog design.
Just about the
Let me
tiger.
give you 1 minute.
That one? No.
Is that a frog?
No, no one. Yeah, that one. Just above that green one. 1 minute. Let me show you.
So do you make it in home? Like what is the process
This
of
one,
creation
frog
here?
pond. This one?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Thanks for sharing this. And it's going to be interesting. Okay, so this is
I
a
got 12
recent.
sales coming from this because it has pretty high favorites. In 8 cards, only 1 left.
Yeah.
So this is
But
your
I
best
got
sellers
only
right
2
now.
sales from.
Okay. No, that's
Yeah,
good.
2 sales I got from this.
Okay.
So my first feedback is that because this is like a kid's bedroom thing, my first mark would be kid's bedroom. You know, because you want to help people
Okay.
visualize it. You have put it in a living room and it goes color theme wise, but it doesn't go well emotionally. Like who's going to put it in this giant room? Like
Yeah.
this is a product that I do think it's a great product and it will be fun to do it in kids' room and everything. But so that would be
Yeah.
probably my first image. Okay. This one is also good.
Okay.
You're kind of like diluting your offering by putting images that don't work towards your main message. Do you know what I
And
mean?
that's again a question of positioning. It's a question of like when you try to address and to sell to everybody, you sell to nobody. And so it's probably easier if you decide, okay, this listing is really good for a kid's room. Then you make this listing specifically for kids' bedroom. The images needs to make you feel like you are buying this for your kid bedroom, and that your kid will love it, and that it will look great in their room. And so if this is a kid's bedroom or nursery decor, as you write in the thing, like all this thing where you show it in an adult bedroom or in the middle of a living room,
Okay.
it's not necessarily helping your positioning, it's diluting your positioning. So definitely
Okay.
something you want to explore is like start more with photos like these that shows it in a kid's bedroom or in a nursery, and then lean in the concept and the positioning. It's just like, now it's something for a kid bedroom or a nursery decor. Who is going to buy? Parents who want to decorate their kids' bedroom. What are the questions people may have when they are decorating for the kids' bedroom? Well, it's going to be things around sizing. It's going to be things about how the material is it safe for my child? Is it easy to clean? Because children are messy. These things is what you will want to use your images to, and the questions that you are going to answer. So the positioning here very important. If you try to please everybody, you please nobody. And in this case, if the positioning is going to be about kids' bedroom nursery decor, these listing photos do not convey that at all. And so you may have a lot of views, but like you're probably losing a lot of people. My guess, if like without looking necessarily too much in the data, is that you get a lot of views, but the conversion rate is very, very, very low. And so that's a problem. If you have a listing that is appealing to people, but then you don't convert into sales, then all your SEO effort are kind of canceled, because Etsy will just understand that this listing doesn't convert so well, and they're just going to show somebody else instead. And so you have a little bit of an opportunity when a listing is new, or when it starts getting a little bit of sales and momentum. Like you need to lean into that. When you get views, it needs to convert. So here, like your main problem is going to be about conversion, and the best way to convert is to work a little bit better on positioning. And positioning will be, here is pretty clear. Kids' bedroom, nursery decor, but then your thumbnail needs to show that, your first photo needs to show that, and you need to use your photos to answer questions people may have. And in this case, people will be the parents decorating a room. And again, the questions will be, what size is that? What's the material like? And is it easy to clean? Is it safe for my child? These kind of things.
How is it packaged? How is it shipped? Is
Yes.
there returns and all that needs
So-
to be answered in your listing images, because
Yes.
rug is a very big thing and it's not cheap for people to order. There are shops that we have seen who are not that old and still making like thousands of sales, but they have they have a strategy in place. I do want to say your products are beautiful. It's just like your imaging, not great. So maybe you can look at the tags.
Yes. I want to double down on what Neha just said here. So the initial things that I was saying was very specifically about the positioning of this one listing that is for kids' bedroom and nursery decor. But then you have the problem that most Etsy sellers who sell rugs will have, which is that you don't use your photo to answer the main questions that people may have around buying a rug or an expensive item on Etsy. Is when will it come? How is it going to be packaged? Is it safe to buy from so far? Is there a return policy or anything? Am I going to be hit by tariffs? Like if you want to sell in the US and it arrives here and they ask me for the 100% tariff to get the package.
Yeah.
It's not something that is like conveyed in these photos, and this is something that you will benefit. Like if this is something you do, which is like prepaid tariffs for US sellers, US buyers, then do add a photo that says that, because it puts people at ease. It answers questions and it diffuses problems before they have it. And this is these little things that are going to increase your conversion rate. And then once you have the sales momentum going, then it snowballs.
Also, like If you like Cyril, if you go back in the shop, there are also like some other things. Here's the thing, like I keep telling everybody, like really limit your lifestyle images to like 5 images. 5 images that are completely in sync with the audience you're targeting, and then everything else needs to be information. Okay,
Okay.
like you are over optimizing. You're like, I have 20 lifestyle images. It is not adding any value. It's only adding time to your workflow, which is not a good ROI. So,
Okay.
Cyril, can you go back to the shop? I want to like pick one more
Yes.
quick one.
Yes. I think this
Then-
advice on photo, like lifestyle photo, is only one of 20 different types of photos you could add to your listing, and so you should use some of them, like two. You say 5, I would say even less than this, like 2, 3 lifestyle photos. But then you should like annotate some to show sizing. Like you can use your lifestyle photo and append information on top of it to make it
Yeah.
worthwhile. What's up now? Which one?
Go down. There is like a red, purple. Yeah, purple. Go down, go down. Go down, 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 down. This flower,
Yes.
pink rose rug.
You want me to get into that?
Yeah. So in this listing, you
Just
have
name
like
it.
colors option, but like there is no
Yes.
image of the color. Okay. And I know
Okay.
like in the variations, you put $42 for a 1x1 sample, but
Is it
that's
not true
already
then?
like,
Look at the photos.
they all are same looking to me. Maybe they
Yeah.
need labels. They need labels there. I could not figure out what color they are. Okay. So
Lavender
again,
and
Yeah, so like this will be worth like having a single photo with like the 4 of them annotated with the different color. Like like you can use this. Like also, Etsy gave you the opportunity to have, like before it was 10 photos. Now it's 20 photos.
20 dollars.
That doesn't. It's not because you can use 20 photos that you should use 20 photos. Probably, if you can compress the information in 7 to 10 photos, that's probably ideal. If you really have tons of variations and you need the 20 photos, then the first, say, 7 to 10 photos is where most of the information should be, and then the next 10 will show a lot more variation and details. But like, you need to front load with information. You need to, the first few photos is how you make the sale, and the last photos after that is how you show details. And so here in this case, like if there are multiple colors, that's a selling point. It should probably be much higher in the hierarchy of photos.
also like if you look at size, Cyril, go click on the size. I don't think we will see your drop down. The sample is for $42. And then in your banner, you're saying 75% off. I don't think you need to do that, because once you put this permanent information in a banner, it means like, okay, I am forever cheap. So we make your banner more like informative, show like your handmade process, images of that and everything. You don't need to
Okay.
put this information of 75% off. People can see that here. Like I think you should definitely research a little bit more, and look in Shop Explorer for just the word rug, and you will see a lot of shops. They
Yes.
do like smaller products in their shop as a strategy so that they can rack up the sales. Smaller products which are like priced 20, 25, because a lot of buyers here, they don't just trust a shop. It's such a big purchase. There are a lot of
It's a
different
chicken and egg problem here, where if I am going to make a $250, $300 purchase on Etsy, I'm unlikely to do it from a shop that has only a few sales and no reviews.
Yeah.
And so it's a chicken and egg problem. And so there are adjacent products to the full size rug that you could be selling on the shop that would be like
a foot mat or something else.
Yeah, smaller
Posters,
products,
small
lower
posters.
price, that helps you like get this initial sales, which gets you the social proof you need to actually make the bigger sales after that. Doesn't mean that you can't do it, but it will be easier if you already
Yeah,
had
actually,
initial sales and reviews.
Yeah, actually, I have seen one shop. That is Most Heaven Love. I think they have crossed more than 600 sale in 4 months. So I got some inspiration from them only. So I've just started now. So I'm doing the editing and all. So
Mhm.
what you said is correct.
I
I will do all the process now. It's
Yeah.
quite
I
helpful.
think for you, I would say first kind of nail down your listing image structure, okay?
Okay.
And then write down all the audiences that you will target, because
Okay.
right now you're just like casting a wide net, which is not helpful. So let's say if you just want to do kids first, looks like your designs are kind of fun.
Yeah,
So
you have some fun and different designs in terms of
yeah.
what we see for X. Okay, there is one last thing I want to touch on for your listing is the use of AI images like this. You use a lot of AI images, which looks both good and slightly unsettling. I don't exactly know which model or which workflow you are using to generate them. But the fact is, it's that it's in this little uncanny valley where your eye, my brain knows that something is off. And so this is why maybe you need to limit a little bit the number of lifestyle photos that you are using, because like after seeing 3, 4, 5 photos where like it becomes obvious to me that it is AI generated, remember that
Okay.
it's not a bad thing if it's well done and if it's
Like it's
subtle,
working
but
in this
like
one. But yeah, so if you're using AI, 4 to 5 lifestyle images, limit to that. Fill it with information, high quality information images. I had also one more feedback. So your section names are kind of not great. Section names should be something people search for, like kids' room carpets, or nobody
Okay.
searches for hand tough drugs. Nobody knows that unless like
Okay.
yeah. So drag and nobody looks for those things. Like this is just your own internal segmentation. Nobody cares about that. So make sure
well,
your sections are
Dragon
like
maybe, but
I know, but like make sure your sections are like living room large rugs or kids room rugs or mini rugs or things like that, which is like more product based.
Okay.
Okay, Cyril, we have a
yeah.
lot of shops. I don't think I
Yeah,
still
yeah, we
didn't
can
like
move to the next one. I
I
hope this
still
was
Okay.
didn't
useful. There is a lot to say here. Like you have interesting designs, and you just need to work a little bit better on positioning and photography. Like it's just like it can be like you'll get there. You'll get there. All right,
Thank you.
we
Thank you so
can.
much.
What's your name? Sorry, what's your name?
Vivek Pradhan.
Vivek. Okay.
Thanks, Vivek. Thanks for sharing your shop. All right, let's go to the next one. Kelly shared this one. It is CJ Sunset Design, and you shared an entire shop. So I'm going to pick. So it looks like your shop is selling phone cases, AirPod cases, and more. And so I'm going to pick a listing at random, probably something in your features section. Although here it looks like you have a lot of new listings that were all listed 5 days ago. It looks like you are going for green. It's almost St. Patrick's Day, so I see what's going on here. You are preparing for St. Patrick's Day.
Mm,
Just one thing about seasonal. It's great that you are doing it. It's great that you are doing it in advance, but the general advice when you're working on seasonal and events like this is to start publishing your listing something like 3 months before the events. The problem that you are going to encounter here is that the people who did create their listing 3 to 4 months before the events already have some momentum, some sales going. Therefore, yours is going to be less. You will have a lot less momentum compared to theirs, and therefore
yeah.
theirs is going to be shown in search before yours, which makes it less likely to do it. In your case, you are publishing a little late for this trend and for this event, which means that you don't have that many days where the listing will actually be able to be found in purchase, because after that you have production time, and past March 18th in a month, it's over. So it's
Yeah.
great that you do it, but I'd recommend to start doing seasonal listing a little earlier in the season. You want to start thinking about this one maybe in December after the New Year's. After Christmas sales start going down, you can start working on these events like Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day and stuff.
So,
Okay.
Kelly, I have a question. Like, are you actively selling for 2.5 years, or are you just kind of trying a new product line now? Kelly?
Yeah, I'm trying to find older listing, but it's true that all the listings seems to be
Her sales are open, so it's not. I don't know if Kelly is even here. Kelly, are you here? I don't want to be critiquing in the void. Kelly is
it
here.
looks like
I-
it was
Kelly, we can't
selling
hear
something
you.
different. New product line. Yeah, it looks like the previous sales were like on different product, and here you are trying to bring your designs into the font cases and all. So tough market. Print on demand cases. It's tough. It's a little saturated. Doesn't mean that it's impossible to get into, but like you are in for a ride. I'm going to take a random listing here, or maybe one of
Yeah.
your recent listings, because this way we will have
Have you sampled this product? Because I have the tough case and it is like not great. I
don't you have
mean,
it on your phone right now?
I lost my original one, but I have the tough one. I was wanting to sample it, and it is just inviting bad reviews because the MagSafe doesn't work, and yeah, the phone toughness works, but it breaks my other ecosystem. Okay, so let's go, Cyril. AI image.
Yeah, wait 1 second. I was trying to go back to, okay. You don't have a featured, there was a featured section. No? I'm on page 2, okay. Sorry. Okay, so looking at one of your most recent listings, maybe, just because this way we'll see what you are currently doing and not what you were doing 2 months ago. So, what do we have here? So we already talked about seasonality. Here we have, we are going to probably focus more on the images.
St. Patrick's Day MagSafe iPhone case. Okay.
Okay, so the thumbnail shows the product very clearly. It's well good with contrast. Just curious about what font design this is. If this is kind of a weird take here, but like I don't know. It's a weird take, but I feel like for some reason it would be better if your listing get updated with latest font thing. It looks great already, but like there is like a little subtle thing that looks like, oh, that's for old fonts instead of the most recent.
Isn't that the new phone?
I don't know. It doesn't look like mine. I'm looking at
Hey, you don't know the new iPhone design, Cyril?
It is.
This is the new iPhone design.
Is it? Maybe it is. Wait,
What
I have the
kind of
letters.
iPhone developer are you? Okay. Yeah, it's iPhone 17. This is the new one.
Oh, my bad. So great. If you are using the latest photo, great. So
Clearly,
sorry.
Cyril doesn't buy phones or shop. So
Well, that's not true. I have a recent enough phone. Okay, so to look into the cases here, you have a lot of photos that are either coming from your print on demand provider or lifestyle photo that shows the case in many things, but it's going to be a lot of lifestyle photos. And here is the photo on the table, is the photo in hands. So you can cut down on most of these photos and keep a few of these. So
honestly, I think this one is also good for the thumbnail image. Like,
yes.
a lot of times classic pod mistake is like people like, oh, I want to do like this aesthetic look that a lot of shops are doing, and right now it's like, this is different. I would stop and look at it because I can clearly see it's a phone case, but it's a little different. I would add
Yes.
contrast to it. Like a lot of times AI generated images are off temperature wise or contrast wise. So I always edit them before I use them as marks.
Yes.
And you can
I
do
would
that in
say like
Canva.
so the difference between this one seems very generic and this one photo is that this one photo, on top of being good and more inviting in colors and feels a little more real and less in a product photo box. What it has different is that it actually starts answering people's question. Like this is what it looks like it fits in a pocket or in a bag, and you have like the end of the person that makes it
Just
feels a little more
real.
real and human. So in your listings here, you have, okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Mm,
8,
I think
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 photos before starting answering questions. So first of all, you seem to be answering questions with some of the images and some infographics and some which is great, but like you waited 15 photos to start answering question. You
it's
can
not
cut
like,
down on 2/3 of these photos probably.
yeah.
They are not needed, and they are hurting things because they are pushing the information back. Although
This
this
is
is
not
not
really
necessarily, this is
information.
information about your
This
shop,
is,
not necessarily about the product itself.
yeah.
So here you need you need photos that are going to answer the questions people may have. So for phone cases, it's like what models are available. I'm sure you have tons of
No, this one is iPhone only, right?
iPhone
So different
only.
models.
So you
Yeah.
have tons of models that are available, using one photo to show the variety of phones that it supports. Or like if you support the latest phone, going back to that, add a photo that says supports the latest phone. People are going to buy a case when they buy a new phone, not necessarily when
Yeah.
they buy, and like sometimes they would change the case, but like sometimes not. So like having one photo that says support the iPhone 17 Pro.
Yeah.
Uh,
Stickers or something, like, stickers help. I think what you need to definitely do here is like remove a lot of these generic images. After each of your lifestyle image, put an information slide. So you kind of keep people in the loop of like, okay, lifestyle image, information, lifestyle image, information. Every question they need should be answered. And all those images, like I create them from, whichever print provider you use, they give you information about the details of the case, the shipping of the case. Like, you say all sales are final, but there is a slighter, nicer way of putting that, like exchanges and returns. Everything is made to order, so we do not, accept returns and all these things. Like, there's a lot of work that can be done in these listings before you start scaling for holiday things. And to be honest, my advice to pod people is like, only chase the main holidays of Etsy, which is like graduation, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Halloween, and Christmas, because holiday is just another level which distracts you from becoming first good at your core craft of creating good listings and everything. You will be at a point where you will start creating so many. Like right now, this would be your waste of effort because it's pretty close by. You will be competing with so many people who have sales velocity, and you need to list it like so much ahead of time. um right, Cyril, do you have any?
yeah, I kind of like I agree with the part where you say that you should get good at the core craft, and here I will advise you to build a process for the images that you are going to have. So target 7 to 10 images, only 1 or 2 that show the lifestyle photos, and then start answering the main questions that you would have, like what phones are supported, and the information about the case itself, the durability, does it work with MagSafe? Like you need to have this on the photos because this is what people want to hear. And once you have this repeatable process, then I actually am of the other opinion that it's it's great because phone case, it's a design game. You need to have many designs, and occasions like St. Patrick's Day or other events are a great source of inspiration for designs. And if you do them at the right time, it can work. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
but
You have two
honestly,
different.
no, but in this shop, I think what I want to see is a lot of personalized and custom phones, because that's what's trending on Etsy right now.
Yeah.
And Printify allows personalization, Gelato allows personalization, everything. Like, there is so many ways of doing personalization on Pod right now. There is no, it's a painful process when you launch so many listings, you work so hard, and then the sales are just so slow. It's like, if you want to go in line with what Etsy is doing, personalized product, customized products, and big holidays, but you're competing with thousands of other sellers which are also doing print on demand, and your listing needs to stand apart. So invest time in making like stellar listings.
Yes, I 100% agree with that. This is a very competitive market to be both print on demand and phone cases here. So invest in differentiation. Design is one type of differentiation, but everybody copies each other design. What you can go after though is like personalization, giftability, and better positioning of your listings towards this thing to play the strengths of the platform. Etsy is very big on personalization and giftability, so you need to play the strengths. All right.
Okay, let's move.
I hope this was useful. Maybe we can move to a different.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Okay.
it's okay again.
Maybe
Etsy.com/listing/this. Whoosh. All right. Janice Jam. It's a jewelry shop and gem shop. Beautiful. Okay, thanks for
I
sharing
feel like we
these.
should quiz Pavnesh on this. Pavnesh.
Ramesh will have opinion for sure.
Okay. Uh, yeah, okay, good, Cyril. I'm looking at the other links people are sharing.
Okay, so we are in a listing that has been updated by Listadum, like on Listadum. We can see the 100% score here. It looks like although it's not exactly new, it doesn't have much momentum going for it, not that many views. So what would I do differently if we wanted to? So have a look to what Listadum is saying to you, but I'm probably sure it's going to tell you to like relaunch it. Like basically it kind of lost this window of opportunity. But like if you were to relaunch it, how could you relaunch it differently to actually get a different outcome? Because if it's just relaunching to repost the same 10 photos and get the same thing, it might not work so well. Okay, so wire wrap Canadian gemstone, 2-ton sterling silver, 14-karat gold field ring. Okay, and then we are using our keywords here. They seem to be relatively diversified, if not that you are using the word rings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I think it's interesting, and the word ring singular many other times as well. So one thing is that you are wasting a lot of space in your tags. You should definitely not repeat the word rings 5 times and the word ring singular so many times. It's good if you have it. I don't. Etsy says that it's not needed to use the plural in your tags, to use ring and rings, but I think it doesn't hurt to have it at least once. But then when you start repeating it 5 times, 6 times, you're just wasting space. So having a ring and rings in one tag, and then the other one, you use the space to find more words that that can help you get in front of more buyers. Okay, so that's one thing with that comes to mind when I see these tags. After that, if we look at this photo tone, okay, so here you are doing the classic thing of taking the item under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different angles, 7, and then repeating different thing with various ways. So like product, like showing the different angles of a product like this is a good idea. You should definitely show your item under different angles, but you don't need that many, one. And two, you don't need this like kind of real photography and this like a kind of like photo box thing. It's just it's just repetitive and it does not bring anything new.
They're also blur.
They also play.
They are very blur.
So like here you
Yeah,
could keep
this
you
is
could keep
good,
the
but
main. Yes.
the background is not going with the image. Like, I don't know what's going on here because it's gold and silver, and then the yellow background is kind of killing the shine of your ring. For jewelry, if you look at your older listings, like much older, which had a lot of favorites and stuff, you had very clean thumbnail image, and then it kind of just went downhill. Like, the background is busy, it's not helping. Like, these were clean images, like some of, Cyril, just scroll up a little bit. Yeah, like this. Wait, this one, third one. Yeah, this looks clean, very in line with what people would consider an image of a high-end jewelry to be, and it's the same product-ish, but look at the difference. Do you see what I mean? It kind of felt like downhill in terms of what your quality of listing images is. And it is like, if you are selling jewelry, you have to invest in a tiny soft box, a tiny thing which rotates the ring. It's just a common thing. And like, jewelry is still big on Etsy, but also competitive, and your designs are unique. So I believe they can be definitely sold, but you just have to produce a system which which creates consistent images of high quality. And we have said it multiple times today, like answering people's questions. Like, this is sterling silver. Put that in the image, like put that in the thumbnail sticker, because people should know that, okay, if it's showing 167, what are they paying for?
Yes. So definitely agreeing with this, like the quality of the photos and the lighting was very different on this all the listing. This one looks more amateurish, and unfortunately, it also kills the thing. So like here there is like a dual tone with like the silver and the golden, but like the lighting on the photos makes it completely like I don't see the goal there. Like I had to
Yeah.
really look deeply and remember that your buyer only are going to look at this for like half a second, if not less. And so you need to capture their attention much faster. So like better photo, and maybe this photo, if it was not blurry, will actually be a better a better thing to use. But then again, don't use that many angle and use 2 or 3. Start annotating things, put a size guide. Since you already have star seller and a lot of reviews, use of one of your image for social proof. Here it comes with a box. Put that much higher.
Yeah, like say gift box included in your thumbnail sticker.
Yes,
And
like
stage
right
it in
now.
a flat lay. Yeah,
Right
stage it in a
now,
flat lay.
yes, a flat lay will be a good thing where you see both the ring and the box at the same time. Like the box is kind of an interesting thing here. I feel like for you it's a given, the ring comes in a box, but you can actually use that to your advantage by saying something like gift box included, or
It's a big thing on Etsy.
just because like or maybe not included, but like yeah, I don't know.
You can also write
free
personalized.
free gift box included or something like this, just to make it feel that they are getting something more, even though they will have gotten it no matter what. Like, you know, it just helps sweeten the deal a little bit.
You can also add like option to add your personalized note, which you can just print on a printer and put it in the box, so it becomes more giftable. And I mean, honestly, it feels a little bit technical to think about having a soft box or a 360-degree rotating, thing for your jewelry. But honestly, that small investment of time is not even expensive to get those things. They're like literally less than $10 on Amazon. It will take you a long way because you work really hard on making them. Also, I noticed that in your About Me section, you just put a blurry image of, but you create these things by hand. So put that in your images, put that as a video, like you creating these things, like you're not just buying it from some. So you are missing that human element part that buyers are looking for. Like if I'm looking for an expensive jewelry gift as an anniversary or a friend or whichever, like, okay, there is this jeweler who makes it by hand and makes beautiful designs, and they can customize the design for me. So I would definitely love to go with them. But nothing in your listing right now screams like, trust me, you know?
Yeah. So product photography, keep only some of the angles, better photos, one or two more of these lifestyle, like if you're going to go lifestyle to like show what it looks like on an actual end, very important. But like you can like set it up a little better in the way you're modeling, and then use a couple infographic to say like, I don't know, gift box included, or things around shipping always if it's coming from abroad. There's a lot you
Like
can do with
this
the images to
expensive
convey.
item, how is this shipped and what happens?
Custom duties,
Insurance, I don't
processing
know.
time, insurance, like this type of thing. It's just like you need to put the customer at ease so that they actually make the purchase. All right, we're going to do one last listing. I see that we got the last shop, and then we can spend a few minutes on the article, the recent article. Okay, so thanks for sharing this shop, Days. Utes, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. Well, actually, from France. Bonjour. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a recent shop. When you're on Etsy, only one sale, no reviews. It looks like you are selling mostly digital downloads, so low priced items, and unfortunately it's not taking. What's going on? Okay, should I just pick one at random? Let's take this one.
You can take any.
Okay. All right, so what do we have here? So it's a growth mindset sun print. It's good for SEL class decor. It is a digital download. Okay, you have a videos. This video is going to be a slideshow or some of all your other videos, photos, and then classic and very similar to what we've been saying earlier is a lot of photos showing the same thing in different places, and it's not helping. It's not helping. Is just if you have two or three like this to show you could use it in different setting. That's great, but also think about your positioning a little more. You are talking about SEL class decor. I don't know what SEL class, social emotional learning. So I will definitely try to actually make a photo that conveys more this particular setting. So right now your photos and your mockups are extremely generic. I'm sorry if I go on the negative side here, but like you have like 7 or 8 photos that show all the same thing, that are all very generic and that don't help the buyer project specifically for the setting that you want to position in your listing to. So like, take one of your photo and show it in that setup. That's one thing. 2, it's a digital download. Use one of your images to say what you will get, how it works, like the 3 steps. You download your thing, you print it. The size in which it's available or it can be printed. If, I don't know, your digital download is available at 300 dpi, very large thing, so you can do prints up to, I don't know, like, I'm saying random things because I don't know the sizes, but like 24 by 36, and you put a little size guide that says like it will work this tiny, but it will work this giant as well. Like a little size guide here will go a long way. And additional information about this digital download is what you will need to help the buyer understand what they are buying.
I feel that first my question says is that what is your goal for this shop? Is it like you want to create designs around mental health and stuff, or do you want to just create a digital shop and create things that sell? That's my first question.
No, I want to create digital prints that are related to the company that I have, that I run. And my company is language training company. So we teach English, Spanish, and French. And I want them to be bilingual and some kind of linking with the people, some that it can be used in classrooms, but also in coaches settings, things like that.
Okay, so I love what you just said. Now let's look at your listing. Does anything on your listing
No, you're
convey
gonna
what
say
you just
that.
said?
Yes, there are some listings that are connected to emotions, and well, this one is general. This is for a general classroom.
Okay.
Go back to the listing, and then you will see things that are related to that. Go back. Well, that one, for example, with the faces and the bridges, is to connect. It has a beautiful message that says, I don't remember that one, but it's something related to, well, yes, embrace life. So
Yes,
open your
no,
heart.
this is not what I meant. I think all your designs can help with the languages and teaching and being like with all the languages. And I was not talking about the design themselves. I was talking about the listing, like this one or even this one. Huh? It does not convey the mission of your company, what you are actually doing. Like
The mission statement needs to be there.
Yeah. The fact that it's for the classroom, the fact that, so in what you say it's for the classroom, it's for people that are like bilingual or trying to learn like French, Spanish, and what is English, the last one? Like, this is what you want your images to convey on top of just showing what the listing is. You want people to feel like they came in the place to decorate their classrooms, to help and motivate people to learn languages. That's like, you need your images to convey that. And I'm not saying your designs, I'm saying your images, like the way you describe your product here. So I will work on this.
I mean, these marks don't go along with what you're saying also. There needs to be just a classroom mark, office mark, and these ones are wall decor mark.
Yes, and which is fine. It can go in wall decor, but like this is positioning is what's going to make the difference. You are not alone selling digital downloads and home decor thing. So you need to position yourself and niche yourself into what you just described, which is classroom decor. Who is going to decorate classroom? Well, the teachers. Then you need to speak to teachers, and you need to speak to language school. And so you need to change your language and make the progression in your images to speak to these people. Yeah.
She gave another Sean sent. Yeah, I feel like, Thais, I would definitely restructure the whole thing. First of all, open with like a very, very neutral image. Like, the sun image is pretty good. All these are distraction. You can't even see the message, right? Like if you look at this sun image is good, but everything else is very text heavy. It's very hard to see what's written. Yeah, and simplicity honestly takes you a long way in these kind of designs. Mm. Do you use Canva?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was, I don't want to say Artadum, but you can use Artadum if you want. Do you know about Artadum?
No.
Not to do random product placement here, guys, but this is what we created at some point.
We should definitely
Cyril,
add
just click on
a.
essentials, Cyril. Just click on essentials.
We
I just
should.
want to show her that, like, what image are you using? Is it from your app?
Yes.
Use another image.
Just to give you the example here,
What is the name of the app again? I didn't get it.
it's
Applica?
called Artadum.
Artadum. Everything Listadum does is,
Artadum.
yeah.
And so the way it works here. One moment.
Canva kind of limits you to like just front images. And honestly, I was using Canva at some point and there's no consistency of marks. I don't use Canva. I just use Canva for text things.
Okay, I just quickly cropped your image, like one of your image to put it in there. But basically, in this tool, you can take your artwork and quickly position it and see it visualize in many different rooms. Your aspect ratio is
Matches
usually
the
showing at the
thing it will
top,
show you.
and then the more you scroll, the more your image may be
Mm.
cropped into various ways, and you have like different categories on where you want to see it. I don't think we have anything specific here for classroom. That would be a good
Classroom, but I
category
feel
to
maybe
have.
I can look at it, I can create it. But what I wanted to say was like the first image is very clean. You see the artwork, there's no distraction. And those are kind of the images that work well on Etsy. And you can add some stickers on it saying who is it for. So that's just like the basic image. If you want to sell something, you want them to focus on your art more than the living room because it is text heavy. I don't know if it makes sense, but
And
Yes.
to go back to your listing, yeah, like this one is not. It's
this
a
one
good
is
one.
nice. It works in everything, but there are a lot of text heavy ones, which will
Yes.
be better
Yes,
with
yes.
minimalistic background.
But this other images is where it will matter. It's just like you need to tell a story. And right now you're not telling a story, you're just showing a lot of possibilities, but you're saying to your buyers, deal with it. It's just here are tons of possibilities. Figure out what you want to do with that thing. You don't even know what that thing really is, but figure it out. That's what you say to your buyers when you put 8 different mockups like this. So you need to start working on images that convey what it is, what you are going to get, what is a good use of it, or for you, like it's been created with a particular purpose. Convey that, and also add a little bit of your story. People want to connect with who you are. So you are a professional working in helping people learn languages, and you have a company that does that. Use one image on all your listings to say your story and who you are and why you are doing that. And this will help because like it will differentiate you from everybody else that is just putting simple mockups like this.
You can add in bulk edit, you can add an image to all your listings. I don't know if you guys know that, but I'm going to do another product placement here. So I asked it a long time ago for like, hey, I really want to add these images to all my listings. And after a lot of begging, he built it. So now we can add images to all our listing in one go. But yeah, like general feedback is just who you are, why should they trust you, and what your, you can just say this is tested, we use it for our things like show yourself as an expert, not just somebody. Because when I asked you that question, are you just trying to sell digital downloads? Because there are 50 other thousand sellers who are trying to just do that.
Yeah. All right. This is a little harsh feedback here, but like there is a lot of work to do for you on positioning and trying to differentiate yourself and make something look a little more unique. Like your designs are unique and you are creating them with a purpose. When you told us your story, like to me that worked, but none of it is showing in the listing. So that's really what you need to work on, is like convey your story, convey the story of these designs and who it is for and how they're going to use it. And you will have a better shot at making sales on Etsy. All right.
So do we have 2 more links? I think Sean shared one from the previous shop. I don't know if Sean
Yeah, I think
Kelly is related.
like we should maybe take
John.
John's one, because we already did one from Sean,
Kelly,
and maybe
yeah.
we should answer the question, like look at the article. It's already like past time. But yes, let's spend a little bit of time on this one. Thanks, John, for sharing. Sign Edit, which is a shop that is selling custom signs for brands. By looking at a banner here, I imagine you do like things like beauty salons,
Yeah.
people who have like brick and mortar shops and they want like a sign to show it. This is very nice. You have a few listings, few sales. You've been on Etsy for a few years. Is there any particular listings you want to
I will
look
first
at?
close your sales. Okay, close your sales. So- because people like open it and they're like, oh, this is selling the most, so let me do that. But I would also ask you to look at making a listing called your sign here or custom sign, because that tends to do really well on Etsy also, because obviously these are customizable, but for some reason, if you just like your sign here, it's easily visible. It is against Etsy's handbook though, so take it with a grain of salt. They say that it needs to have the real name and everything, but I just analyzed it last week and there are so many shops doing that, like your custom design here or things like that. Is it like office decor or is it like everything? What is the purpose here of the signs? I know it's for everything,
yeah.
but yeah.
Yes, obviously, I think my main focus is to target the business owners, like restaurants or saloon or beauty parlors. Yeah, that's the main focus at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, so I would put some lifestyle images of that.
Okay.
Okay. So you said 3 things here: restaurant, beauty parlors, and something else. And then I look in your listing and I search for these words and I can't find them. So
Yeah.
this is
acrylic. Nobody looks for acrylic backing sign or stainless steel sign or indoor
some
wall
people
sign.
may, but that's not necessarily. So when you think about your tags and you're trying to fill that and you're trying to find words to use for your tags, you need to answer a certain question. What is it? What is it made for? What is it made of? Who is it for? And here this question: restaurant, beauty parlors, office, and when is it for? Like, is it for a special occasion or something like this? Answer this question and it will give you tons of ideas of word you can use to describe your product in tags. The role of tags and the tags that you reinforce in the title and description is to tell the algorithm, this listing is roughly about that. Show it to these people, and then they are going to give it a try. And then after that, it's your job to convert that into sales so that they keep showing you.
Yeah.
But here you are not telling to Etsy, this thing will do great for somebody who is looking for restaurant decor, beauty parlor decor. It's not saying that to Etsy. So Etsy is not even going to make the link between the two. So you need to do that. You need to add who it is for and focus on that.
Yeah. You only have 4 or 5 listings right now, but I want you to create one listing for each audience segment
Yeah.
Not just one. 4 or
Okay.
5 listing for each audience segment with different images.
Yeah.
It's the
And so,
same product.
especially if you have like experience working with multiple restaurants, make a listing specific for like restaurant signs, beauty parlor signs,
Yeah.
and like position your listings. Even if in the end it's kind of like the same product in the end, which is a custom sign. Well, the positioning and the way you are going to describe this positioning from title, tags, and photos is going to be what makes the difference.
Okay.
I want to show you. Cyril, continue. I want to kind of find this one
Okay.
very, very
So
starting.
yes, like to continue on this positioning and something that you will hear me repeat often, when you try to answer to everybody, you answer to nobody. And so in this case, it's a little too generic. It applies to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But like if you were actually narrowing down your positioning to a specific group of people, it will be a lot better because people will feel like, oh, this is for me. This thing is talking to me. I am a beauty parlor thing. I don't want to see what works well in a low office.
Don't make people imagine. Okay, don't answer all the questions possible in these images. I mean, it's a great product, and I know for a fact that it can sell on Etsy. You just have to strategically launch a lot of listings, which caters to every, and then you wanna like once you fix everything, like put ads budget behind it. Don't wait for SEO to kick in and everything. I mean, it's a great product, but the reality of Etsy is that you need to invest in ads also.
Yeah. That's what I'm
It's just
thinking of as well. Yeah.
yeah, it's any e-commerce business gets certain percentage from organic and SEO and everything, and certain percentage from ads. I'll share this listing with you, which I think is like a great listing for neon signs. And there is so many good things in this listing. But yeah, I like your product images. It talks about a lot of fun things and information and stuff.
Yeah, you have a lot of information on how to order here. The project timeline, it's great because it talks about timeline, but what it doesn't talk about is how long it actually takes. So like if you could like estimate that here, because like you answer people about a different phase of it, but like it does not answer the main question, which is like how soon can I get this in my home or in my office, in my parlor? This is fantastic work here to show an image and to show like sizing, to show
also centimeter is not everybody's thing, so put inches too.
Are you selling internationally to everywhere, including the US?
Or
do you sell
I'm
mostly
in the UK? Yeah.
UK, okay. So like if centimeters is the unit of choice in the UK, then stay on this.
But is your sales open to international, or is it just like
it is open to national,
okay, then you should put inches
as well.
US contributes to 50% of Etsy sales.
Yeah, it is quite a big market. It's just so basically I had this store for 2 years now, but I was mostly active on the last 2 years ago, and obviously I kind of gave up. And now I'm obviously coming back and obviously trying to put some work, do some research, and then that's why all the listings I had, I deleted them and then just starting with fresh ones now, and just trying to do more research and
So I feel like your title, Meta Logo Sign, nobody looks for that, right? You should be like sign for business owners or sign for a restaurant, and all these things will play in bringing like the natural traffic to you.
The fact that it's a metal logo sign is actually kind of like the specific here. So like I will still keep it, but like
I'll put it in the end. Not in the front. First 40 characters.
Metal logo sign for restaurants or something like this, and then focus on restaurant and photos of your work with restaurants. Here, do not hesitate. Okay, it's a new shop. No, you already have sales. You already have kind of reviews, even if they are old or what. Do not hesitate to use.
Each of your sections should be like sign for restaurant or sign for beauty parlor, sign for this thing, all these things. Okay?
Just pay straight on, isn't it?
Yes. And so here, like you show your work and you show the sizing, it really gives a good idea of your previous work, which is really nice. It's missing notion of social proof. Like you need to show some old reviews.
It
has
does have
12
reviews, yeah,
currently.
but not so much, yeah.
It's okay. Even if you have a few, just add that slide.
Even if they are not from Etsy, like if they are like thing that your customer said and that you sold outside of Etsy on your website
Yeah.
or in your local business, like use
Yeah.
that as a sign to show that you're a professional and that you have a lot of experience. It's good that you show a lot of example of what you have done, but you can do more by simply
Yeah.
saying like we are a sales shop. We've been doing that for 10 years and like we know what
Yeah.
we're doing.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, like positioning is what matters. Here for 20 cents you can create a new listing
Yeah.
that is going to talk to a specific group of people. And so restaurant, beauty parlors, low office, normal office, tech office, I don't know, like and just change a little bit the way you present your work
Yeah.
to talk to these people. I think this is what you can do to make it better. The positioning is what matters. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Thank
going
you
to
very
work.
Sit
much.
It's a
down
great
and write
product.
every
And
possible thing, you
Yeah.
know, and make people visualize this needs to be the shop where they order all their signs.
Yeah.
Also, shipping info, like these things are so fragile. How do you ship? Like, write those things.
Yeah. Got it. That's fine. Thank you very much, guys.
I
You're
think
welcome.
we answered everyone. Is there anybody else? Like, let
Yeah.
us know. Otherwise, we'll just spend a few minutes on the article and then wrap
Yes,
it.
I think we should look at this article that you've been asked about, Neha. If you want to share your screen and look at that.
Me? Okay, let me.
Yeah.
1 second. I have 50,000 tabs open right now from all the shops. Okay, let me share. Da-da-da. All right. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. So Etsy recently launched this truthful advertising discount practices, but in my opinion, take it with a grain of salt. They are saying that they're going to make some changes in the way people present their sales and discounts and everything, and the information about their listings. The first thing is that it needs to be very clear what you are selling, because when there is a mismatch of what a buyer expected and what they get, it's kind of just they open a case, it's a customer care hassle. It's just so many things. So they say that if you are selling gold jewelry, you do need to mention that it is gold jewelry or gold plated. Don't kind of deceive the buyer to purchase, which is like, good practice to begin with. Nothing like great there. I guess it is just to kind of make the buy, there are all types of sellers and all types of buyers on Etsy. So trying to make the bad sellers, comply a little bit more. I don't know why Etsy had to write this down, but they're saying that there's a lot of misleading and vague descriptions that confuse buyers. And now they have actually put this in like a policy that, okay, this is consumer protection law now, and they will deactivate your listing if they find a complaint or something, if your information is not matching what you're selling. I think it's also because, a lot of, I don't know if you remember Aurora Shop. I don't know. That shop is, there's so many bad players on Etsy trying to make a quick buck, so that they have to put these things in place. But if you're a good shop, I don't think you have to worry about anything. The second part here is they're talking about, there are a lot of sellers who use like loss leader pricing or these like daily sale running and like to game the system. So your listing is always on a sale, but it's not a continuous sale. It's like a daily sale to pressure the buyers to make the purchase. And Etsy is saying that you cannot do things like that anymore. There are a lot of stylers who also add like, one low priced item, which is say sold out in their listing variation. So that's also, again, kind of going towards deceiving the buyers because they click on that low priced item and it's sold out. And so they say that it can't just be sold out randomly. It needs to be there for a consistent amount of time. The sales need to be there for a consistent amount of time. If you are saying that I have an item which is $100, but it's always on sale at 50%, they will consider that pricing as the regular pricing, not sale pricing. So they will stop promoting sales if they think, that the buyer is being tricked or something. They are mentioning that they're going to start tracking the pricing history of listing and its variations, but I personally don't think they can, because there are 100 million listings on Etsy. So I don't know how good this implementation is going to be. The only thing is that they have put this in writing now, and if you violate this, they have a reason to deactivate your listing. I'm not saying that, like any other trademark stuff being sold on Etsy, it's not like they're taking them down. And but they're trying to incorporate some best practices and make people behave more. But yeah, that's my thing. I feel like take
I
it
think
with a
that's
grain
what's
of salt.
important in this article, is that it's more like a reminder of what best practices in e-commerce should be. It doesn't mean that everything is going to be enforced right now or at all, but they are calling the attention on some what is it called? Dark patterns. It's just like these techniques that people are using to manipulate the psychology of buyers into buying, and results in a poor buying experience for people because they get tricked into buying something they did not necessarily want. It can be powerful to run a sale that says like only one left when actually you have infinite inventory, or a sales that runs out in 3 hours even though there will be the same sale tomorrow, or a sale
Yeah.
that says 50% even though the real price is what you are currently selling at. It has a psychological effect when you use this mechanism, and Etsy is telling us today they don't like that people game the systems that they have in place to do that. Like they have systems that says only one left, or sales running out in 1 hour or something like this, or like track the price to put like the current price as a promo. These are all systems that are here for legit use case, but people are obviously abusing it, and they are telling you this is not okay, this is not something you should be doing. But it's not also like it's not something that they are going to actively enforce. That said, if people complain and you are violating this thing, it's in writing, you will get a strike, and multiple strike will get your shop suspended. So like you should always avoid relying on dark patterns to as a business model. It's just
I think I want to also
sensible.
say that I have observed so many big shops doing this, and a lot of Etsy gurus teaching this as a strategy, that do daily sales. And a lot of big shops do that. But a lot of small shops also try to copy this strategy, which will, like, if you're a small shop and you don't have sales velocity backing you, Etsy will have no issue deactivating you. But if you are still making a lot of money from that listing, they will be like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I don't know how well this will be incorporated. Sales velocity is still a very big thing. But if you're a new shop, like, I would say, like, have some caution against trying these tactics of putting like one random low priced in your variation. As a small shop, which is still, like, I would say less than 5,000 sales, just like try building trust as per Etsy policies as much as possible. Which should be the best practice to begin with. I don't know why they have to write these things down. I feel like
Yes.
they have a
And
blog
also,
writer
like
who's out of job. I don't know.
The laws vary from place to place, but for instance, the always on sale is kind of illegal, I think, in some countries. I'm pretty sure like European Union would have regulated that already, saying like you cannot have an always on sale. So
But
like the same way like in the US there is the FTC that is going to regulate deceptive pricing rules and fake reviews and things like this, making it illegal. They just ground for suspension, ground for legal action in some cases. Like, I hope you will not get to a point where there will be legal action happening. Like, I think really for Etsy sellers, the worst that can happen, unless you are doing something really, really bad, is to get your shop suspended. And you don't want that, because then it's the end. Like, you cannot really reopen a shop. They will catch you. So be good actors, sell responsibly, do not use shady tactics to get sales, and just play the game by the rules. And these rules, they're actually fairly simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. It's build sell something that people want when there's demand for it, and play by the strengths of the platform that is Etsy. Etsy loves handmade. Etsy loves giftability and personalization. What you need to play with.
I mean, think about it. Buyers don't read half of the things, and then they complain about like, oh, I didn't know. Yeah,
Buyers don't buy. If
they
if
don't.
sale
It
is
just
if sale is not there, they don't buy.
yeah. But I don't think, Bhavnesh, you have to worry about it. You are kind of out of that league.
Yeah,
So
lot
make
of
sure.
shops are selling on 80% off, 75% off. But actually, their prices are
Yeah,
very
but like a lot of those, because of those bad players, you are thinking that they are your competition, but they are not. Those people are probably not even selling real silver. So they are trying to
yeah.
deceive the buyers. And then they are selling at 80% off. Is that really, um, it doesn't like, yeah, you don't need to use those tactics. If you just price the things fairly, people will pay. I always say that you don't have to lower your cost just for that. You should be competitively priced. For certain products, I have never reduced the price and it still sells. If you make one sale and make the same amount of money than two sales, it will show in your sales, but you have enough sales volume. Your shop is
Mhm.
already like there, so you don't have to worry about those things.
And
Yeah.
For
also,
like
like,
people
to
like,
take the example of somebody who is selling 80% off, 80% off is definitely the type of uh, deceiving practices that Etsy is calling out in this thing. Like, if you do 10, 20% discount on something, that sounds like a legit use case of a sale.
yeah,
But the 80% means that you pumped the original price in order to make it appear bad. This is the like, if Etsy starts enforcing these, this is the first thing they're going to catch. This practice will go away.
they will. And like, don't compete with like these people. That is not a good entry strategy for any new shop. And I wanted to tell that to you, Vivek, too, that you had the sample piece for $42. I would rather change it to like a foot rug and actually make it a real product instead of having this sample, because people don't order samples for $50. A sample is like $20. But
And so
pricing
what
matters.
happens also, like, let's talk about this strategy of putting like an item that is super low price to make it appear low price in search. You get the click. So just we talk about this very often, the virtuous cycle of Etsy search, and the fact that when the real price of your item is $200, for instance, but you put a sample at $45. No, you are getting clicks from people that think that they're going to get it at $45. They arrive there, they see that the real price is actually $200. What do? They do not buy. They don't need the sample, so they bounce. What does that do to your listing? It decreases the momentum. It decreases the quality score of your listing. To Etsy's mind, your listing is not converting. It's been sent clicks, but it's not converting that into sales. Therefore, they're going to stop sending clicks to you. They are going to stop showing you on page 1 or page 2 or page 3. They're going to put you on page 27, and this listing is dead. So this practice of using a very, very low priced item that is completely irrelevant and that nobody is going to buy, it's not to your advantage. It looks like a lot of people are doing that, and maybe if they already have the sales momentum going for them, it might work well. but the truth is, for new listings trying to break into this, like, I don't see it.
No, I feel like the only thing people should compete on is the thumbnail image, not the pricing or discounts or anything. Those are like added things, but your thumbnail image is the only thing. If you really want to compete, launch 5 thumbnail images with different stickers, different information, different angles, and see which one picks up. Like, you can't compete with these big sellers on these strategies. Come after you're already like done with these things. If you look at these very, very big shops, they have their stickers in place, they have their love it guarantee in place, they have their about us in place. All people don't look at all this, they just look at like, oh, they have one price and that's why they're getting clicks, and that is just the wrong thing. Like, so I would not worry too much about it. Make sure your listings are good.
Easier said than done, of course. Like we look at this, and you are trying to understand what is working for them so you can replicate it. But what is working for them is that they are making sales. That's the only reason. Like it's not the other way around. They're not making sales because they have a low priced item. They are already making sales. That's why they're getting the views.
Because they're getting sales, they have higher margin also, right? Like they are okay to say, hey, yes, love it guarantee. If you don't like it, we'll refund you, which small sellers, like, I don't want to do that. If somebody comes and be like, I'm sorry, I ordered the wrong size. I'm like, too bad. It's, your mistake. What should I do about it? But these people, like, they play like a business. They're like, okay, fine. We'll eat that cost, send you what you like. They optimize for reviews. They optimize for conversions. All their listing images are showing this one thing. So I don't know. And they optimize for audience segments. But people don't look at that. People are just like, oh, they have one low price item, which is 8 cents, and that's why they are making sales. But that's not true.
Okay.
All right. I think this concludes this this session. Like we've reviewed listings for everybody here, and we are quite over time.
As always, I'm gonna change it to 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah, we should. Like an hour and a half, 2 hours is a good time. I hope this was useful. I think we saw some interesting things today, but the more we do that with you and the more you attend this thing, the more you realize that it's all about, well, finding the product that people want, but then conveying the story. And the best place to convey this story and to answer people's question is through the photos. So work on your photos, people. This is very important.
And like this, take this as a homework. Come back next month in this session. Which Pavnesh doesn't do his homework, but I'm just saying, take this as a homework.
I was busy. I'll do this week.
And then come back so we can review it again. We are here to help you. So reach out to us. And yeah, that's kind of it for today. The session will be available on the YouTube channel. I posted a link. I guess I can post it again if you guys want to, watch it in the background. That's it.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining today. I hope this was useful. Do not hesitate if you have questions or anything to either come back like every other week. We do one of these office hour. We don't always review listing, but like at least once a month we do that. Or ask questions via the support, or you can email us. We are here to help. Do not hesitate. All right. Well, have a great rest of the day. Thank you, Nea. And thank you, everybody who shared a listing or a shop to be reviewed today. See you next time.
Thank you.